Hello students, in this video I intend to teach you processing units of computer system. First I want to discuss about central processing unit CPU. CPU is called brain of computer. You can see this diagram. There are three main components of CPU: control unit, arithmetical and logical unit, and register. Control unit CU, arithmetical and logical unit ALU, and this is memory unit called register. Control unit. CU controls the flow of data from input devices to memory. CU controls the flow of data from input devices to memory and from memory to output devices. It controls and guides the interpretation, flow and manipulation of all data and information. It controls and guides. It does not actually process the data. Instead, it sends control signal to ALU and memory for carrying out the required operation. CU controls the flow of data from input devices to memory and from memory to output devices. It controls and guides the interpretation, flow and manipulation of all data and information. It does not actually process the data. It sends control signal to ALU and memory for carrying out the required operations. Now, arithmetical and logical unit. All calculations and comparisons are made in this unit. Calculation and comparisons. ALU perform the arithmetical, logical operation, send from the memory, perform a specific operation, addition, subtraction, etc., and the result is returned to the memory. The result of logical operation is either true or false. It helps the computer in decision making. What does ALU work? Calculation and comparison, arithmetical operations, logical operations, addition and subtractions, logical operations, either true or false, and help the computer in decision making. These all operations done by ALU. Now, register. These are high speed memory temporary storage area found in the CPU. Register works as the instruction given by control unit. Register works as per instruction given by CU, this control unit. Storing instruction and data. immediately required for performing an operation. These data are immediately required by computer. The CPU places the high priority job data inside the register for the faster execution processing. High priority job, which job is going to be done first, it is stored in register. Register can be different sizes, 16-bit, 32-bit, 64-bit and so on. Each register inside the CPU has a specific function like storing data, storing information, storing address, location in memory. These all function done by register. Temporary register is temporary storage area found in the CPU. It works as per instruction given by CU. It stores data and information immediately required for performing an operation. The CPU places the high priority job data inside register for faster execution. Register can be in different size, 16-bit, 32-bit and 64-bit and so on. Each register inside the CPU has a specific function like storing data, storing an information, storing address of location in memory. Okay. Now motherboard. This is diagram of motherboard. You can see in this picture, and there are many components that support in processing work. You can see this picture: PCI slot, ROM, hard drive slot, DRAM slot, power connector, CPU heatsink, backup battery, CPU socket, heatsink, and different types of connector: PS2 connector, VGA connector, USB connector and audio jack. Next, this is also a figure of motherboard, and you can see there are different component labeling here. You can see fan connector, CPU fan connector, input output panel, integrated chip, IC chip, front audio header, CMOS battery, heatsink, USB header, SATA connector, IDE connector, floppy connector and 24 ATX power connector, super input output chip, RAM connector and CPU socket. Okay. Memory. This is very important part of computer system. Memory. You already know about memory: mobile memory, internal memory, external memory, chip. Memory. What is memory? Memory is used as a storage unit for program as well as data, either temporary or permanently. Memory is a storage place that stores data or program either permanently or temporary. It is a storage place of data and program, temporary and permanent. It is a storage unit for program as well as data, either temporary or permanently. It is a storage place of data and program. Memory. Memory, you can see the classification of memory. Memory is divided in two categories. Primary memory is called main memory and secondary memory. You can see there are different names of secondary memory: external, auxiliary, backup storage, permanent storage, tertiary memory. Okay. Primary memory is also known as main memory. Main memory is divided in two categories: RAM and ROM. And RAM is basically divided in two categories: SRAM and DRAM. ROM, PROM, EPROM, double EPROM and flash ROM. You can see this diagram. Now I want to discuss it one by one in details. Primary memory. Primary memory RAM and primary memory is also ROM. It stands for random access memory. Random access memory. RAM stands for random access memory. It is called waiting room of computer system. Random access memory, it is called waiting room of computer system, where incoming and outgoing data temporarily stored on RAM. So this is called waiting room of computer system. It is basically two types: SRAM, DRAM. SRAM, static RAM, DRAM, dynamic RAM. RAM memory is called volatile memory. Whenever power supply interrupted, the data stored on RAM chip will erased. So this is called volatile memory. Means data stored on RAM chip will store till power supply is available. If power supply cut, the content of RAM will get erased. It stands for random access memory. It is called waiting room of computer system. Why we say RAM is called waiting room of computer system? Because incoming data and outgoing data temporarily stored on RAM chip. It is basically two types: SRAM and DRAM. SRAM stands for static RAM, DRAM stands for dynamic RAM. It does not need to regular refresh. It does not need to regular refresh. DRAM, it needs to regular refresh. This refresh is not done by user. This refresh signal generated by the operating system. This refresh signal is generated by the internal mechanism. This is not done by user. This is fast and this is slow. It has less storage capacity and it has more storage capacity. This is costly and this is cheap. Okay, you have to keep in mind this point. Which memory required regular refresh signal, RAM, DRAM, not SRAM. Next, now RAM and ROM. It is volatile in nature. RAM is a volatile memory as it loses its contents when the power is switched off or interrupted. Okay, loses its contents when the power is switched off or interrupted. It is non-volatile memory. This is volatile memory. Why RAM is called volatile memory? You can see this definition. It is used for primary storage in computer to hold active information of data and instruction. Primary storage to hold active information of data. It stores initial program for booting computer system. Initial program for booting computer system. Program stored in ROM is called firmware. Program stored in ROM is called firmware. SRAM, DRAM, SRAM and SDRAM. This is types of RAM memory. ROM, PROM, EPROM, double EPROM and flash ROM. This is type of ROM memory. Now cache memory. What is cache memory? Cache memory is also called CPU memory. You can see this diagram. Main memory RAM, this is CPU and this is main memory RAM, and between CPU and main memory there is high speed memory, that is called cache memory. Between CPU and RAM there is a high speed memory, that is called cache memory. Cache memory is placed between CPU and RAM. Inside the CPU core, not outside the CPU core, inside the CPU core. When CPU requires certain data present in RAM, it first sends to request to the cache. When CPU requires certain data present in RAM, it first send the request to cache, which stores recently used value. Cache stores recently used value. It makes this data available to the CPU very quickly. Means cache memory is used to maintain the speed gap between CPU and RAM. It is made up with SRAM technology. Why it is made up with SRAM technology? You can see in previous. Because this is very fast, because it does not require refresh signal. So cache memory is made up with SRAM technology. Cache memory is placed between CPU and RAM inside the CPU core. Now, types of ROM. Read only memory. Types of ROM. ROM means read only memory. PROM, EPROM, double EPROM and flash ROM. It can be programmed only one time. Contains cannot be erased. Program only at one time. EPROM. It can be erased by exposing ultraviolet ray and can write program again by using this method. It can be erased by exposing UV ray, ultraviolet ray, and can write program again by using this method. Now EPROM. The contents of this chip can be erased by passing electrical signal. Not by using ultraviolet ray. Because ERAM double EPROM is a new version of EPROM. On-board means when a hardware expert supplies signal for erasing the data, there is no need to remove EPROM from the motherboard. So, expert hardware specialist, a hardware specialist can erase the data of EPROM without removing it from motherboard. Now flash ROM. The content of flash ROM can be erased only at one time by using software, and this is very easy to erase the content of ROM by using normal software. Okay. Now secondary memory. For knowing about secondary memory, please wait for my next video. Thank you very much.